So I'm over here pulling my guidelines too. That's what I was doing. I was texting my underwriter
to get the details.
Yeah, because I mean, like you were just saying how we're going to buy real estate. I was like, I need to make sure I got all my ducks in a row here.
For sure.
So yes, welcome, Mike.
Thank you. Glad to be here,
Mike. So the question is, what is a self-directed IRA? That's what we're going to talk about today, folks. Because there's ways of people buying real estate that now we can give them new reasons that we didn't know about before. And in my 37 years, I really know teensy bit about this, Mike. So I'm looking forward to learning a lot because I want to have another tool in my tool belt of skill level and understanding for our clients. And that's what helps us as real estate professionals and mortgage professionals create value. And
right, that's all
prosperity
really what
follows
it's all
value.
About.
It doesn't follow hoping and wishing. It follows value. So we can always become better. So I'm looking forward to this part. So tell us, what is it? Somebody's got an IRA.
How about who are you first?
Yeah, let's talk about who you are.
Sure. So again, Mike Todd's the name. I'm with a company called IRA Innovations.
Yes, sir.
Our company's 19 years old, headquartered out of Birmingham, Alabama. And
I heard some Alabama accent in there, didn't I?
I cannot turn it off.
Before.
I have tried my best to turn that off.
I think he was roll tiling it earlier, right?
He was. Until the hogs came in the room.
I even moved away from the South, and I still couldn't turn it off, so I just came back.
There you go.
We'll forgive you for that, brother. We'll forgive you for it.
But our company's 18, 19 years old. I've been with the firm almost 15. Opened the office for them here in Brentwood back in 07. Wow. So we've been at this time and been doing it longer than anybody else in the state. No questions asked.
So that's kind of a niche market, I'd say.
It's very niche, yes, sir. So. But, our niche is showing people how they can invest their retirement plans in alternative investments. So things besides the stock market, and real estate is the number one investment choice that our clients choose.
I just find that super interesting because at a time in our world we're not sure about stock market futures and what to expect. Is it going to come up? Is it going to go down? What's it going to happen? We know real estate, what it does.
That's right.
It may go like this, but it continues to climb. It's here lately. It's done more than it's been like this. But I'm really curious as to somebody. Let's speak from a realtor's standpoint. We're working with a client, or we know some of our circle of influence. We're thinking about throwing it out there for a conversation starter that how does let's go from ground zero. We don't know anything about how do you take an IRA and how you buy a home with it. That's for an investment, I assume. That's correct. Not for personal living, but for an investment.
That's correct.
Can we talk about that? Let's talk from scratch, because I really think that there's a huge market in this, obviously, and if anybody doesn't realize that Middle Tennessee is a great place to invest, they've had their head in the ground for a while now.
Yes, they have.
So let's talk about that from that perspective. First of all, Jason, did you know anything about this enough to talk to anybody about it?
No, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, okay.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Just being in.
Me too. I've heard about it.
Circle, but hey, show me how to make money from my money.
I understand.
Money.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. So I think your point's excellent. Is it's still an investment, right? So there's always some risk, but for me personally, people ask, why would I self-direct my IRA, or why would I invest in real estate?
Can we back up just a little bit more? What does self-direct mean? Right. That means it's not going...
So self-directed is nothing more than a marketing term within the industry. It is not an IRS term, but what we mean by that is you as the client have to go find the investment.
Okay.
And you vet it. You decide, is it a good investment or not? We're not giving you financial or investment advice. And then you direct us to use your IRA funds to make that purchase.
Okay, and that purchase can be...
The purchase really...
Real estate?
It can be anything.
Really?
The best way I tell people, I said, if you can think of an investment outside of your IRA, you probably can do it inside of your retirement plan.
No kidding.
The law only prohibits two types of investments. It says you cannot purchase a collectible, so no art collection, stamp collection, antique collection, etc., and you cannot purchase a life insurance contract. And I've had, the 15 years I've been here, I think I've had one phone call on life insurance and less than 5 on collectibles. So it rarely comes up.
Yeah. Could be gold.
It could be precious metals. It could be cryptocurrency. The most popular things we see are real estate is the number one investment. A really close second is your IRA can be a private lender. So we have think of hard money lenders.
Right.
We see clients doing those. And then privately held companies is very common.
Okay.
In your brokerage firms, which is where most people's retirement plans are held, they just don't allow it. And it's by their choice, right? They limit you to the stock market because that's the space they're in.
Right.
So are you putting the entire IRA into that particular home as a like 100,000 to 100,000, or is it down payment money? Or
It could be either. I mean, the majority of our clients use their IRA to fully fund their investment, so they pay cash for the deal. But an IRA can certainly borrow money. There are some challenges within it. It's not impossible, but most lenders are not accustomed to lending to an IRA, and that is who the borrower would be. It's an IRA is its own entity, so the IRA would be the borrower. You have to have a lender that's willing to facilitate that.
interesting. I'll have to look into that.
So Carrie Ann, you're
So that wouldn't be the borrower being the guarantee.
Nope. And that's the kind of on the lending, that's the challenge is
So it's a non-recourse loan.
it has to be a non-recourse loan. IRA law prohibits the lender from the individual from personally guaranteeing the loan. So therefore it has to be a non-recourse loan.
Interesting. Okay.
So if they put 50% down, that's still would be a challenge, I'm assuming.
Well, what he's saying is regular conforming loans are the guarantor is you as the client.
Correct.
Yeah, all of my experience, there's a couple of national lenders that'll do the IRA loans, and then we've had some success with some of the community banks where they underwrite it and hold it in house, that they've been willing to do it.
So real quick, just want to plug in, for our listeners that don't know the difference on conforming and non-conforming loans, probably good to kind of share.
Yeah, conforming loans are going to be backed by your Fannie, Freddie,
That's
and
right.
Ginnie. And what he's sharing is that would be a loan that Carrie Ann wouldn't do, basically. Okay. Now, possibly I could broker out that type of loan and things like that, which I will do some research on now that we have Mr. Mike here with us, so we can learn, all about it. So do you find that a lot of people have an IRA, or are you saying that I'm going to take my cash, put it in an IRA, and then I'm going to fund it?
The majority of our clients move existing retirement dollars to us, right? So they have an IRA with Fidelity or Schwab, or maybe they left a company, so they have a 401k at a previous employer, GM, Nissan, somebody like that, and that gives them access to those funds. So they simply transfer it into an IRA that they establish with us, and then use those funds to make whatever their investment choices may be.
And is there an income cap for someone with an IRA?
There's an income cap as far as making contributions. So if you wanted to add additional funds into the plan, and depending on the type of an account that you open would determine what that is. But again, the majority of the clients move money from existing retirement plans. So think of it like I'm banking with one bank and I'm going to bank at a different bank now. Similar concept.
Let's talk about.
There's no caps as far as transfers or anything like that. You can move money around as much as you want.